Hello and welcome to lesson 5.1. Today we're going to be talking about mitosis. Okay, our objectives for this lesson include being able to discuss the purpose of meiosis, being able to discuss the steps taken in meiosis, and being able to identify the products of meiosis. All right, so it's important to start off knowing that human somatic cells have 46 chromosomes. Our somatic cells are our body cells, so that's hair cells, skin cells, stomach cells, bone cells. Anything that makes up our body is considered a somatic cell, and those have 46 chromosomes. They have 23 pairs of chromosomes, and that equals 46. Okay, so let's take mom. She has 46 chromosomes. Dad has 46 chromosomes. Okay, if we combine that sperm and egg together, each with 46 chromosomes, that new offspring is going to have 92 chromosomes. That is way too many, and it is no longer a human, okay? So we have to figure out how to reduce our number of chromosomes so that way when we do reproduce, the offspring end up with the correct number of chromosomes for that species. Okay, so then question is, what do cells need to do to prepare for sexual reproduction without overflowing the fertilized egg cell? Okay, that's where meiosis comes in. Okay, gametes are the special cells used in sexual reproduction. Okay, that is the egg and the sperm cell. These cells contain half the normal number of chromosomes than the regular body cells. So that means that these cells are going to have 23 chromosomes. Okay, and they do not produce identical copies of the parent cell like we saw in mitosis. These cells are going to be genetically unique, which is a good thing. All right, meiosis reduces the number of chromosomes to half the number in the body cells. This is called the haploid number, half. If you can remember that, that's going to help you out a lot. So that means there are 23 chromosomes. When reproduction occurs, each zygote, which is the fertilized egg, is going to contain the necessary 46 chromosomes. Okay, so we have our egg with 23 chromosomes and our sperm with 23 chromosomes. When they come together and make that zygote will have 46 chromosomes, which is what it should have. All right, pretty much just another way of saying it. We need these to have half, so when they come together, you have the whole number. All right, in many ways, meiosis is a lot like mitosis. Okay, the cells go through similar stages and use similar strategies to organize and separate the chromosomes. And it is important to note they both start with interphase. Okay. All right. The big difference is that meiosis actually goes through two sets of division. Okay, it goes through mitosis or the PMAT stages once. Okay, and all of those PMAT stages we end with a 1 to indicate that it's the first time the cell is dividing. So prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And then it goes through meiosis 2, which is the second set of PMAT steps. So then we put a 2 after that. Prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2, so on. Okay? All right, here's where you're going to start adding to your notes. Meiosis is cell division that produces sex cells with half the number of chromosomes of the parent cell. Okay, again, meiosis is all about sexual reproduction. It's about making more mini-me's, meiosis, okay, mini-me. Then in humans, it results in 4 daughter cells, whereas before we were only getting 2, now we get 4 because we go through division twice. Each of these daughter cells has 23 chromosomes versus the 46 that we saw with mitosis. All right, now this is a little bit odd, okay? In your notes for this one, hold on, let me find it real quick. This is going to be on page, I think 75. Yep. All right. As we're taking these notes, you're going to start at the top and you're going to work your way down and then over, we're following the arrows, and then up, okay? So once we switch to the other side, the title of our stage is now below the box, not above it like what we saw over here, okay? So it's below, not above. All right, so we're starting at the top left side. Our first set of division, we're going to start with prophase 1, okay? P for prophase, PMAT, remember PMAT. Okay, so this is where our chromosomes double and thicken and the nuclear membrane disappears. Okay, M, metaphase, middle. our homologous pairs of chromosomes line up at the center of the cell and those spindle fibers attach. Okay, you should be able to see an actual section in the middle of those chromosomes, letting you know that this is metaphase. Anaphase apart, those chromosome pairs get separated and move to opposite sides of the cell. Okay. Telophase 2, you should start to see 2 nuclei forming, okay, because that nuclear membrane is coming back and those spindle fibers are disappearing. Then we go through our first cytokinesis. Remember, cyto means cell, kine means to cut, so this is cutting the cell into 2, okay? So we do have 2 cells at this point, but we have the wrong number of chromosomes, so we need to keep going, okay? All right, moving on to prophase 2. Okay, so the nuclear membrane disappears again, but we're not doubling our chromosomes. We already did that. Our chromosomes are good. We're trying to reduce our number, okay? Then we got M, metaphase middle again. Again, you should see that line in the middle with your chromosomes, okay? Anaphase apart. Those chromosomes are going to split at the middle and are pulled to opposite sides of the cell. So now we're getting to those single chromosomes. We're no longer in pairs. We're down to singles, okay? And then telophase 2 and cytokinesis again. 4 new cells are formed. Each daughter cell has half the number of chromosomes as the original, okay? All right, so in summary, meiosis produces gametes, which are sex cells, so it is all about sexual reproduction. Meiosis goes through PMAT twice, so we see 2 cell divisions. That is what gives us 4 daughter cells that are genetically unique, okay? The daughter cells are haploid, meaning they have half the number of chromosomes as our somatic cells, and that means that they have 23 chromosomes. All right, that wraps us up for this one. You guys head on back to Canvas and work on those those assignments for 5.1. All right, y'all have a good day. I'll see you next time.